Good morning, everybody.
Maybe less density. Right.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Justice. Just a quick quality check. Can you hear me properly? Can you see me properly? And can you hear Trump's speech in the background too?
To us. But
Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. I have Trump's speech in the back.
I don't want to. Hey, it's a great, easy, populate, brilliant. They have a great person. Help them. System has them help. Right now they're in a system. I want a system that's attacking.
But they said they have never had a nuclear bomb, so alright guys, what's your bias for today? You looking for short, longs?
target already missed. Various things. Dot. Period of but now place it.
So guys,
Do what I'm willing to do.
what's your plan for today? You're looking for shorts or longs? Exactly. Me too. And I was telling you yesterday, guys, this whole up move was fake. Like literally the higher time frame is bearish, and the price just retraced back to the order block. Sorry. I wouldn't touch Nasdaq. I would touch short on SP 500. You see, I'm waiting for here to have a closure and going lower. Nasdaq took already out this March 24 low, right? So we have this range low here. So a bit, I think Nasdaq is more difficult to trade. Already took out the 3-weekly low, so I don't need that information. On the weekly open, where the price is right now, almost there's a gap. So if you remember, we gap down to this month, so this week. There was an en vogue here. So At least we wanna see 6,574 on SP500 before we, yeah. Probably the price is gonna wait for the Trump speaking, like probably gonna have something like then down or up. I wanna see this March 24 low first. That's like a must. Otherwise, you know, price won't do anything until we didn't take out this. If the price wants to go higher, we have to take out this low first. Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, you are, but it's okay. Wow. We still have 18 more minutes. YM is really bullish. YM is leading the price higher now, guys. YM took out the short-term high. I wanna see actually this high to be taken on Nasdaq. Nasdaq took the high as well. That's a V-shaped reaction, guys. Wow, Trump is talking and the price is moving. Liquidity got injected to the market. This is the M5V shape on Nasdaq. Nasdaq took out the March 24 low. SP 500 didn't, so maybe we're gonna have a 1 hour SMT. Don't forget the 1 hour time frame still bullish. Actually, we had a great internal B setup from 4 p.m. That was a C2, C3, and the C4 was still bearish, and then we had the C5, and right now this is the honestly, so this is the difference. You see, this was the last swing, like from this high so we can anticipate this is the order block as well. So this is gonna be a new bullish OB with a C2, and this is a C3 to target these high. There is no internal liquidity, so probably the C4 continuation can be good to target higher prices. If this is gonna be a C2 because Nasdaq took out the low, and we're gonna have a C2 on the bottom as well, and we have a lot of failure swings here, so probably the price is gonna go something like target these equal highs, but we will see. I need a closure first. 10 o'clock. Trump is still peaking, so I'm not really touching the market right now. And don't forget, we actually tap into this not on SP 500 but on Nasdaq, the NVOG. So there's a new weekly opening gap, right? And we made a 1 hour changing state of delivery, 1 hour C2 here. So where we have the next internal liquidity is here inside this order block, and we have this fair value gap here. So if price wants to go, it can come back this level, and that can be a good B setup to short. Okay, so I would like to see a C2, C3 here, and a C4 continuation to this fair value gap. I don't know, I can call Trump and I can ask Nicole. I don't know, market is really difficult to trade these days, so now there is a wow. Do you approve the new iron super leader? Of course. Ukraine. Now the perfect time to talk about Ukraine, guys. Okay. 10 more minutes, guys, yeah? Oh, YM? Let me have the YM. YM is really like the leader. That means SP 500 is gonna be in the mid. Difficult. If you go on a 1 hour time frame, let me mute Trump. Go on the 1 hour time frame with YM. You see there is a low resistance liquidity until 47,033, which is actually a equal highs. I don't see why the price should reject any of these failure swings, and it's on the 1 hour time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4 failure swings Probably we're gonna have a rejection 46,950-ish to retrace back to the discount of this up move, and then it's gonna go and take out 47,040, which is an equal highs. You see? I have a chart on the left side here, but I wanted to trade SP 500 because I think it's better. Right now it seems like both of them is gonna be good. Let me start to annotate my chart since it's like 9 more minutes. I don't think so the C2 and the C3 is gonna be different now. Okay, I have a C2 here. Let me mark the 5 minute. Okay. Let me delete these, we don't need anymore. I want to see this one on a 5 minutes time frame. Perfect. You see this strong rejection? Probably this is gonna be the first target. It's much more like equal highs into this fair value gap because we still have gapish area here, 6626. So I wanna see now the price to reject this, come back and going higher from this area. Yeah, YM is flying like crazy. I want to see the M5 PDAs to be respected. Like 2 M5 PDAs. I hope we're gonna have a solid long. I need a retrace. We still have like 8 more minutes. Let me annotate Nasdaq. Okay. You see the C3 on SP 500 is a C, no, on the C2 on you see here. So we have actually a 1 hour SMT as well. That's shows the price wants to go higher. Let me annotate just a moment. Okay, and I have SMT here. Like red. Perfect. If I go on the SP 500 1 hour time frame, we can see there is a 1 hour SMT. Yeah, YM is still flying. I hope it won't take out all the low resistance liquidity. So this is the SMT. See, between the Nasdaq and the SP 500. Wow. I don't like that when we have no clean. You see, because that was the C2. That was a C2. That's a new changing state of the river inside the C2. That was actually a C3 and we have no retest yet. So ideally you wanna see this area retested inside the C4. Okay, so this is the SMT. Let me go on Nasdaq, 5 minutes. Okay, it seems like Nasdaq is a bit slower now, which is kind of strange, I would say. Okay, We had a confirmation of this a sweep. I want to see the retrace back to discount of these legs, maybe here, and I want not target higher prices. Of course, if Trump won't say anything, right? Because the 1 hour time frame still bullish, so that's gonna be a B setup. I'm gonna read the chat just a moment. So, hey Aaron, how are you, Aaron? Nice to see you. I have no idea about these 24/7 trading things. I don't know. Liquidity is gonna be still liquidity, right? We still have session liquidities because we're gonna still have London, New York, you know, AM, PM, whatever sessions. So this is what I wanted to see, a rejection to just a retrace back to the discount here as well. I'm gonna see a retrace from this area to back to discount and target higher prices. Ideally, this equal highs is the main target. And let me delete this. Don't need this information anymore. I haven't heard anything about this 24-hour-ish, whatever thing. So ideally, I cannot really say anything like a productive way. Come on, YM, slow down. You don't want to take out those equal highs yet. YM is so strong, guys. YM, damn. 46,383 to 46,786. That was a move. Now I want to see some bearish candles. It's going a bit. Just a retrace, okay? 3 more minutes, so I'm gonna start to annotate the C3 candle POI. Probably there's gonna be the high of the candle, so I wanna see the closure and the 50% be respected. So this is not the, I wanna see, you know, how the price is gonna react. Exactly the same approach here, but don't forget we have the C2 here only. So we have, ideally we want to see Nasdaq going higher, so probably Nasdaq is a better option because Nasdaq has a C2 where SP 500 has a C3. So we want to see the whole move and 50% of the range. Let me just annotate. And the closure. So ideally we want to see the price tag in, you know, I don't like that it's coming back to this OB. Hey Aaron, what's your plan for today? You looking for longs or shorts? Wow, that was a rejection. Took out the last 4-hour candles liquidity on a 1 hour time frame. Yeah, into the fair value gap. Let me check. Oh. Look at this rejection from the 5 minutes changing state or fair value gap. Yeah, we have a rejection for 60 points rejection from this fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. Everything that happens is bullish. If the price closes like this, it's a bullish changing state of delivery, so we can target higher prices. because now we had a C2, we want to see a retrace, but we went already back to this fair value gap. So ideally, so what happened, we have a bullish changing state of delivery from the en vogue, so we can target this fair value gap, this 300. Let me see on the left chart. So ideally we want to see this continuation higher, right? Let me mark the 5 minutes. So that was open, because the price came back already this fair value gap, order block, fair value gap. I want to see a retrace and close above this down close candle here on the M5, and then target this 300, because this one already swept the low and closed back to the range. So I want to see the 50% of this move to be for the price, this area, to push the price higher to this fair value gap. Let me see SP 500. Wow, exactly the same. I want to see this high to be taken. We go on SP 500. You want to see the price to take out the 66.23. It already went back to the fair value gap. And YM, you want to see YM2 reach the equal highs. Is Trump still speaking? Oh yeah. You see this huge rejection. Okay, I'm gonna switch off this Trump speaking because I don't want to listen to him anymore. Yes, ideally 66.23 on SP 500, and I'm gonna see a move to the, because the price left equal highs on Nasdaq 24,232, and I want to see a higher move from this POI here, guys. And we had a 5 minute of this T2 as well, but on a 1 hour time frame we had a T3, and we had this high here on SP 5. My bad, sorry, this one is the first doll, I guess. Okay, and on NQ, I go on the 1 hour time frame. This is my doll. This order block, I want to see the price going there, like something like this. If I measure this here, I want to see the 50% of this area to reach. So ideally this level would be the area where the price can start to reject. Yeah, 6648. Let's see. I think Nasdaq is better. Oh, sorry, SP 500 is better because this is the final TP, which should be the high of the day. But you know, we will see. It really depends what YM wants to do right now. YM just went higher like crazy and now slowed down. If I see the 5 minute structure, still left the 46,882. I don't want to see rejection from this area. It doesn't make any sense. I know that's a high resistance liquidity there, but above that one we have more liquidity resting, so I'm gonna see higher prices. All right, guys. If you have any question, let me know. I see you pressed the like already. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. So now there is a time for the price to find the rejection. This one doesn't really, that's not relevant anymore. On Nasdaq as well. Let's go on the 5-minute. Yes, I want to see a rejection of this level to going higher. Let's go, YM. Show us a beautiful rejection. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, now if we have a closure above this level, then we can long Nasdaq, but probably that's not a 2R. See? So that's why it's not ideal to long Nasdaq, because SP 500 has a higher target here. So ideally, these down close candles can anticipate as a bullish order block if we have a closure. That's okay, 10 point. Yeah. You don't have to target this high. You have to only target 2R. Those equal highs looks juicy. I think it's better to choose SP 500 than Nasdaq, because Nasdaq has no 2R for the closest liquidity level. So if I open the trade, I would open SP 500 currently. That's gonna be 10 points. That's 1 micro. It's a $50, right? So you can calculate. Yeah, ES looks better. And then of course this is a B setup, right, guys? Because the daily and the 1 hour time frame is like against each other. So what we are trying to do is catch the retrace of the daily, right? Because the daily is bearish. So we anticipate what the bullish retracement. So the daily is bearish, the 1 hour is going to be bullish. So if the price wants to go lower, we have to check where is the premium, and then we can start to, here we go, let me change. So this is like a low risk, because we never know when the price gonna just, you know, reverse and going the direction of the daily candle. So nothing yet. You see, Nasdaq is I think it's worst, has a worst condition out of 3 of the indices. YM looks the strongest again, actually. I don't want to start trading YM. Oh, look at this, Tanya already longing. What is she doing? She long SP 500 from 6,601 to 6,622. Literally she goes for 1 hour. It's a scalp with 8 micros. That's strange. Like everybody started to scalp now, just going for 1 hour. You have to have at least like 70%, 75% hit rate. That's strange. she long from this fair value gap and targeted this high, and she put her stop loss here. It's like 1-to-1. Let me delete this. I need a reinforce. And she can be so nervous because the price is so close, because she was targeting this level. You see, this is ego again. The price was 6,621 and her TP is 6,622. Literally now it's like not really updated. Yeah, she's risking her full TP based on $1. Like, sorry guys, I always look on the right because the chat is on the right now and the camera is here. So yeah, you can check, you get my profile now. But anyway, this is like ego again. Like, why are you not just closing your position just 1 point difference? Like it's not about discipline, and it's like, I guess, the dysfunction of to be right. You want to be right. I want the price to hit my TP, full TP. What's wrong if you close 1 point early? What's wrong with that? Nothing. You don't want to see the market going back. Your TP was hit already $1, and since then the market came back, dude, like 15 points. Doesn't make any sense to risking. I don't know. That's crazy. I still don't. Alan, what does it mean? I still don't. Or I still don't. So hey Aaron, how is your challenge? How far are you to pass your account? Let me put a 4. Have you had a trade already, guys? No. So what I think, based on the 3 indices, Nasdaq, YM, and SP 500. SP 500 is better to trade because the structure. Nasdaq is such a pain in the ass with these huge candles. You have to have a huge stop loss. Look at this. From here the price went back 88 points more, 100 points, and now it's again down like 80 points. So it's like a huge stop loss you have to have. So no trade for me as well yet. I'm looking for longs if I have. If not, I'm gonna probably have a C to the downside. With gold, no thank you. You see, I get my alert. Range high, range low is just ranging. So that's how you can lose your account. And crude oil, you see the daily anticipation is bearish. The 1 hour time frame is bearish. So now ideally we want to see what? We want to see the price to have a C2, but we didn't have. So now the 1 hour and the daily are aligned. So I would be more than happy to short. But you see, we didn't sweep this one. We left equal highs. So what I would like to see, probably 11 o'clock, I want to see the candle close another one going higher. Maybe 12 o'clock we can short. You know, yeah, you got my point. But probably I won't sit here. Yeah. So, and something like this I would see on gold, crude oil, because we reached the Tuesday's high, right? We closed back to the range, so we closed below the Tuesday's high, and you see that was a whole range here. Tuesday, that was a Monday, and so the whole price move is inside the Monday range. So everything that happened supports the continuation idea. That means down move, continuation, manipulation, distribution, right? So I'm looking for shorts because we took out the high first of the range. You see, we took out the range first and went lower. Huge consolidation, took out the range lower. Huge consolidation, took out the range. I think we're gonna go lower. So I want to see the price to take out these levels, but right now I want to see the price coming back to the range first. Maybe we're gonna have a ceasefire news or something, and that's gonna push down the crude oil and push higher the indices. So but now I want to see a C2 here. The plan is to have bearish C2 from this bearish H1 fair value gap. You got my point, guys, with the crude oil. No closure on ES, and that's not ideal because that means this is a consolidation already. So that's again lower probability trade. So probably this is the consolidation range. All right, so this is the range high. This is the range low. If I have a retrace, I want to see a 3 candles retrace, but this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th candle, so I think it's consolidating. Ideally, that's not good because if the price wants to go higher, we want to see this, right? We don't want to see something like this because that case we're gonna take out the lows. And this looks like a second stage already, which is I think too early. If I have a standard deviation from this level, you see we just reached the 1.5, and that means I want to see the price to coming back the OT of this up move. So the OT level of this up move is somewhere here where we have a fair value gap. So ideally we want to see this from the OT of this up move from this -1.5 to like this. In that case we're gonna have a protected low inside the C4, I guess. But let me just leave this OT here. I'm gonna delete everything else. Go. Whoop, whoop. And of course, if the price closing below this, then we change our bias again. That means that was just a consolidation. Okay, yeah, something like this. Maybe a PM session can be good on crude oil because we have a lot of failure swings until here. Maybe we're gonna have something like this. Okay, guys, how was your day today? You just woke up, right? Who is living in the area where you have New York time? I know Nicole, Alan. Where do you live? Oh, Jack's East Coast time. Wow. Nice. We gonna have, I think, like minus 5 Celsius degree today. Let me check. I'm gonna tell you in Fahrenheit. We're gonna have 46 Fahrenheit today. Already chilly. Currently, we have a 50 Fahrenheit here. So that's why I have my sweater or jersey or whatever we can call it. Yeah. I think maybe I'm gonna be sick as well because I got a lot of stress in the last couple of days, and I'm trying to always to observe my my reaction when I have any difficulties in my life, and I've noticed that when I have higher stress than I can consume, let's say that consume, then I cannot sleep properly, and if I cannot sleep properly, I cannot go to the gym, so I cannot release the tension from my body, so I'm gonna be overloaded by on the level of the mental, and that makes me sick, I guess, because my immune system is gonna getting weaker because of this stress, high cortisol, no sleep, enough sleep. So I'm started to notice that, and a lot of things is so difficult to move to Spain. I just check the things, but I don't wanna, you know, talk about this on live. But yeah, it's at the same time it's nice, but it's difficult. All right, seems like Nasdaq started to move. Let me see YM. YM inside the range as well. So what I think YM is leading, and the lagging asset is not SP 500. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes until this candle is gonna close, and then I'm gonna make another cup of coffee, guys. Okay? Yeah, I see the chart. Yeah. No, it's just so what happened? Okay, go on Nasdaq, Nicole. Nasdaq took out what? Took out this short-term high, right? So what we can anticipate, continuation. If the price wants to continue, we want to see what? Consolidation or accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So that's ideal. And what you see on SP 500 didn't take out this high, but Nasdaq did, right? That was 630, 430. No, my bad. That's 405. Yeah, no, but it's as well short-term high. So the same consolidation, manipulation, distribution. Probably this is gonna be tagged. If not, then we have to wait until this is gonna happen, but that's too low. It's like almost 200 point. Okay, let me make my cup of coffee, because now we have a new 5 minutes candle. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right, I'm back, guys. Okay, price finally moving, but Nasdaq is now really. So Nasdaq went lower but still inside the range, and SP 500 looks a better option now. Okay, let's go, guys. What's the time? So ideally we wanna see price to going lower before goes higher. At least I would like to see. It's really up to you guys. And then SP Nasdaq is lower. If you go on the Nasdaq chart, you see it's creating low resistance liquidity. Hopefully. If you see Nasdaq is weaker, have a lower low here. So 940, Nasdaq has a lower low, 940 yes has a higher low. So you know what happened, Nico? I have to change my sweater because when I was putting a coffee in my amazing cup, somehow it splashed on my white sweater, so I have to change it now. So it's that's why I changed the sweater to this color, because it has no coffee stamp on it. Yeah, I was just, you know, I was standing, I was like, you know, I was like, why? And I was like, just let it go. I don't care. And yeah, this Alan, this price action is really, it gives us a really bad condition in the last 1.5 weeks. But fundamentally, if you understand the fundamentals, you see it's because the whole narrative are between US and the whole world. US against Cuba, US against Iran, US against Ukrainian war. It's like always he has to always find something to trigger the market to move A to B. So it seems like, I guess, the government or the US makes a lot of money based on volatility, because the market is really volatile, and only people can profit if you have a corridor. Like, so I'm not sure you heard about, guys, something about this is called JP Morgan polar strategy. JP Morgan, you know, JP Morgan is like one of the biggest you know, bank, and has a hedge equity and fund actually, and that means so they play the spread between the put and the call. So let me try to find you a picture. Yeah, I think this is gonna explain the, if SPX sits 6,000, a typical structure of the JP Morgan collar strategy is they buy 4,800 put, 20 down, sell, put, and sell 6,200 call to fund the whole structure. In that case, you're gonna have something like this. You see, and until the price won't take out the high and the low, they make money. So that's what I think is happening on the market in the last couple of weeks, month-ish. And then as well, don't forget, dollar is getting stronger. that means foreign currency is going lower. So all the contracts that was based in, let's say, euro, losing the value of it. So the companies who export items to European Union that's actually making more money, so those companies going those companies value going higher because the cash balance, and all the other companies goes lower, like opposite, and that's gonna like give us this range bound move. But it's like more like complex, and I don't want to really bore you guys with this. This is what happening, I guess. That's why the market is so difficult to trade these days. Yeah, Nasdaq finally took out the range low. That's nice. YM went higher and took out the range high, which is not nice. Which makes sense, because if Nasdaq goes lower, YM goes higher. And then SP 500 is inside in the middle, right? So I don't trust YM now. Let me put the YM on the chart. Where's my YM here? We don't need this information. So we only see this, right? That's a clear chart. You see this whole up move took out all this low resistance liquidity on a 1 hour time frame, and we have this high resistance liquidity left. Let me mark. So this is a high resistance liquidity. That's why it's struggling. And if you see, we have another high resistance liquidity. So price has more difficulty to take out this high and this high than all these highs, right? Because we had just only failure swing, failure swing, failure swing, failure swing. But this one, high, took out this lower high. So that's actually a high resistance liquidity. Here we have a high resistance liquidity as well, but the doll is this equal high. So the price, but I got a notification. Yes, Nasdaq is again they just reached the range 156. So and this is the original doll. So price wants to go to take out this liquidity, but what it has to do to be able to take out this high resistance liquidity run, create another liquidity that's gonna be taken before it goes higher. So ideally you wanna see this, not just like this. We can, but we have a C2, so external to internal and internal to external liquidity, right? So probably 11ish we're gonna have something. Oh, I just saw you said lol, Alan. I think I missed. What was the context of the lol? Let me see. Nasdaq. Exactly the same, but the only problem, this is the high resistance liquidity here. You see the Nasdaq took out the low resistance liquidity, aka range low, and now we target the range high, right? So we want to see Nasdaq to take out the range high. If that is gonna be valid, but it's only valid if we have a closure. We don't have any closure yet, you see? We want to see a closure. I don't want to see this on the M5. Yeah. So we wanted to see a closure here. Took out the range low, close higher than the down move, and that's gonna be a breaker block to the higher time frame, to the higher time frame level. You see? This is what we want to see, aggressive move out of the range, probably here, and then have a new changing state of delivery and target higher prices. That's what I want to see. That's ideally. We have an opposite liquidity taken and we want to see higher levels. Oh yeah, coffee is important, but look at this. This second took out. Okay, yeah, coffee is important, but I can survive without. I don't like. So what happened? Uh, I had a matcha like 2 days ago, and I don't know if I have the matcha. Uh, I like latte, like a strong latte, usually from 2 pressos, and a lot of milk, just be able to consume in a longer time period, because I like to, you know, sip and then talk, sip. I don't like to talk coffee like a shot. Yeah, for me is my brain is not functioning with the matcha. I know, fans, matcha can be good, but not for me. Um, for me is like not strong enough. Let me see what others. Okay. Oh, oh, she's still in the long. What's her name? Tanya. Wow. Let me see. Dasha. Dasha wants to short YM based on the C3, M30, C2 candle probably, which is I think too early, because ES and SPX left equal highs. So I don't know. That's strange. Probably she wanna scalp back to the range. Let me see the 3 minutes can. And it's left equal highs as well. Would you like to short if we have equal highs? No, really, right? Why? I mean, understand this is the 3 minutes will be, we have a 30 minutes. Yeah, but that was like a deep retrace. So we have a quadro. Look at this on M30. We had like a quadro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highs inside this. I wouldn't short now. Exactly, like I can sit on my hands as well. Here, oh shit, let me wait. I think I put vanilla syrup in my coffee. That's okay. I like vanilla so much, so. But that was a strong move. 20 points on SP 500, which is not ideal. Have you ever, guys, rewatched any of my live streams? Should I leave it online to, the people to rewatch? Because I'm not sure. I wouldn't rewatch my lives. So this was a manipulation out of the range. So ideally, I want to see closure above this level if the price wants to go higher. Oh, okay. So ideally, I want to see a closure above the 6,616, and the same here. I'm gonna see. It doesn't look like. I mean, like, does it look like accumulation, manipulation? We can have a distribution, similar like here: accumulation, manipulation, distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Power 3 on the lower time frame. But this V-shaped reaction, not nice. If we have a C2 closure here, price is not easy to read these days, guys. Nah. Let me see here. And you see, this is not even just a 50% of this up move, so. All right, maybe I won't have any trade today. Oh, let me check. Wait, yeah, she's now minus $110. She gives the look. I mean, I can understand why she was longing. I don't understand why she was longing like 1-to-1, but that can be okay. I think Trump said something. That's why the market is acting like this. Let me check financial views. Of course, Trump in 6 minutes, like this candle, said, I don't know if I'm willing to work a deal with Iran. Dude, what is this? And then, so look at this, guys. This guy is crazy. So 9:40, no, 10:40, he said, Iran is begging to make a deal, not me. Then 10:41, I don't know if I'm willing to work a deal with Iran. Dude, this is pure manipulation. Like, the price was ranging, he tweeted something, it went lower, so probably some of the people are gonna buy a call option here too long, or some was having a put option before the announcement. Why? Like, how come it's legal? Iran is talking to US because they are defeated. Iran has a chance to make a deal. Look at this. Right now, 48, just in a second. The US is free to roam in Iran cities and towns. What, is he still talking? Like, that's why we have these? Let me check. Of course he's talking now.
But up to them. They'll tell you, we're not negotiating. We will not negotiate. Of course they negotiated. It's been obliterated. Wouldn't negotiate. They are begging to make a deal. Right here. Fate will open up.
This is a live stream, guys, of Trump
We don't
speaking.
know if there are any mine. 22 mine from mine droppers. Look at who? The boat that drops a mine. There's 22 mine droppers. Except for people who intend. So every one of those mine droppers struck. Same weapon. Stop drugs from coming into this boat. But they have no more droppers. By the way, 98% down. Drugs coming in by water, by the ocean, by the sea. 98. We're trying to find out who and because bravest women. But whoever's on those boats is very brave or doesn't watch television. But where drugs coming in by sea, coming in by water are 90% down. Stop the drugs coming in. The land is the one. Got to stop the.
That's crazy, guys. Can you hear the stream, guys? Can you?
That's easy. Gotta take water first. Virtually $100 by water. Now have chance that is permanent for a new. So, in the meantime, we'll just throwing them away, impeded, unstopped. Not a thing they can do. They can do it. Tell you if they could, if they hearing about it. Can't you look? That's military equipment. That Venezuela. Had other equipment they didn't have. President. So we did a situation in Venezuela. It was a great military operation, getting a very, very dangerous man who's killed a lot of people, forced people into our country. Incredible. He emptied his prisons. Venezuela emptied his country. And I hope that charge will be brought at some point. That was a big charge that hasn't been brought yet. It should be brought. Emptied his prisons into our country. And a major purveyor of drugs coming into our country. Captured.
With
Fair trial.
maybe we're gonna have a C2 on Viam.
They really him just at a fraction of kind of. Nobody's a.
This is too deep. So I think I'm gonna change my bullish bias to bearish because on Nasdaq this is too deep to retrace. Yeah, probably this is gonna be taken. Yeah, I want to see 24,000 taken out now. Viam is just, yeah, going lower. Yeah, we have a low resistance liquidity as well on SP 500. We need a closure. I want to see this price to go through first. Here we go. So if YM is gonna close below the, let me shut up. Thank you. If YM is gonna close below the 46,500, then we have a pure, like really like a pure classic low resistance liquidity here. You see this, guys? If the price gonna close below like this, then we can anticipate this is like gonna be taken. Otherwise, nothing. I'm not in the short, not in the long. I'm trying to not just understand what the market wants to do and not just blindly enter. And I don't enter C2. So on the 1 hour time frame, if we have a C2, then we can anticipate lower prices. But not easy. Guys, not easy to read this price action, okay? And again, oil price is going higher because he was talking some, we won't negotiate with Iran. So it's like a pure manipulation. Like if he wouldn't open his mouth and talk about that, the price would just going its own flow. Where is the liquidity? Yeah, Nicole. So but this is like a potential. So again, if he wouldn't talk about these kind of things when he has a press conference that people wouldn't use this as a as an opportunity to push price higher or lower based on liquidity. So not ideal. Now you see the price came back to this OT level as well and didn't take out the low, but Nasdaq took out again and swapped this low. So I'm not sure, maybe we're gonna have another SMT and new C2. So this price action is really difficult to read, because now what happened in the 1 hour time frame, we had the open high, low, close, but at the same time we took out this low as well. So on the 1 hour time frame, it's pure liquidity hunt, buy side and sell side, so not ideal to get involved. YM still wants to go lower. But YM as well open, so high, low, higher, high, lower, low. So on the 5 minutes time frame, we had this bearish changing state of delivery, no fair value gap. Okay, so no fair value gap, and that was maybe the range high, but for me this is not a manipulation. This is too small for me to be a manipulation. I'm just gonna label because because of the study purposes, and this one should be then accumulation, right? And we should have a distribution right now, and that was a lag. So for me, I think the whole move just happened because he was talking about iron again. So this should be like the whole range. So probably, maybe that's gonna happen. Retrace back of the OT of this level, the 1 to 2. Let me change this to the optimal level. So what we wanna see, we wanna see the price coming back the OT area, which is the fair, which is the order block here, and no fair value gap at all. Let me make it smaller. Manipulation. Okay, so ideally we want to see this low resistance liquidity to be taken, right guys? So this is a YM, no fair value gap. Okay, this is the 50% of this range. So we want to see if the price wants to continue its move like in the next 1 hour. The gold, I guess, reaches level, you see. So this is a imbalance, the price left, that's a 5 minute. This is at 11 o'clock. We had a 10 o'clock here, and we had a 9 o'clock, and we have a 12 o'clock here. So ideally there was a H1 CSID. And now we want to see what? We want to see the CE of this whole down move and the closure, then the open, to create us the new point of interest. Exactly. Yeah, it's like, it's really dangerous to trade. So now we want to see this one, like, and this is a final TP based on the market maker buy model and sell model. That was a buy model, and this is a sell model. Where? Guys, what you talking about? Nasdaq? Let me go and check Nasdaq. Okay, I'm gonna close gold because it makes me feel no closure, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, no closure. Oh, dude, that's a closure, but it's like a really weak closure. Look at this. That was a closure of this candle, and that was the OB. Literally, it's like 25 cents. No, for me, it's not a closure. I don't know. I wouldn't touch this one. It's just so difficult to read Nasdaq now. Let me see SP 500. SP 500 is still bullish. You see, it respected this OTE and the order block. So ideally, it wants to go higher. But even we had the C2. I don't know, guys. It's not easy to read this price action. I'm telling. I don't need this one here. Yeah, this one here. The range low, the range high. And it does it left equal highs? Yeah, so let me see the check, guys. Just I'm gonna check on YM at the same time. Micro YM. Do we have micro YM? I thought maybe we have just only YM. The MY. Oh, we have micro M mini. Wow, thank you, Nicole. I didn't know that. I know it's lame, so please don't kill me, guys. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think YM looks way better based on this whole market maker sell model and buy model. Let me annotate. That was a buy model. That was a sell model. That is a sell model because it's still in progress. But this one looks like a if we have a 5-minute changing state of delivery from the POI, then it should be a bearish. The H1 POI. But you see, guys, it's so difficult to read the price action now. So we only bearish. I don't need this one. If the price is gonna close below this, right? Until the Nasdaq is not confirmed. Ideally, we want to see closure below, but where is your target? This Monday's range low? I don't know. It's still like, what was the up move here? From this low to this high, we back, and then this is the low, and we had no confirmation of the sweep, right? Okay, yeah, we had a really weak. Why it's like, eh. You see, because this up move was the whole sweep. So not the whole sweep, but we want to see the sweep to be confirmed. And this is again, like you see the down close candle swept this high. So ideally we want to see this bullish order flow, because this is a bullish order flow on the lower time frame, to be invalidated and flipped. And I'm only bearish if we close below this range. And it just swept, so it didn't happen, guys. Okay, it's 100 points and YM is $50. Okay, that's nice. Good to know. Good to know. So ideally, you see again, if you have a closure, then maybe you have a 2R because it looks delicious, right? But at the same time, it's fair value gap left intact. Ideally, we want to see in 2 and then close below. YMS where I took this fair value gap, no other fair value. That is one, but I don't want to see the price coming back this. I want to see to react from this POI and the fair value gap. And then SP 500. I'm gonna annotate, but I use the whole candle range, right? Because I don't want to see the price coming back this high because it's a too deep retrace. So I want to use the low, the close of the candle, and the open. So no, the close of the candle and the 50% of the whole range move as a POI, right? That's my POI. So this is my POI, and ideally I want to see manipulation into this POI. Let me just put this 5-minute fair value gap here because this is the new one, and this is a range low as well. So ideally we want to see the price coming back to this range here and then going lower and take out this March 24 low finally. But as well, this is the last up move candle, so I want to see what closure below this candle because whole move was up. I don't use just this one candle. I'm gonna see a closure below this candle, and then we had low resistance liquidity into the March 24 low. Alright, let me see how many of us watching the stream right now, guys. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let me see how many likes I have. I'm still missing one more like, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for the likes, guys. And if you have any question, just, you know, don't forget to drop your question. Let me just open the window right now. It's getting too... I need some fresh air. Alright, I'm back. Okay, that looks not bad, but I want to see closure below this. Something like this. Because we had a closure here. We got another closure here. So I think ES looks better, too short, because the structure is cleaner. But don't forget, right? It's not an A setup, guys, okay? Trump is still talking. Let me see, Dasha. Now, Lumitri, Tanya. Tanya longing. Wow. So she longs Nasdaq 1 mini and SP 500 1 mini. You heard that, guys, right? That's crazy. CL is pumping again, guys. Good luck for Tanya. Tanya, we love you, yeah? Don't misinterpret my stream. I think you're a great trader. I'm just checking what are you doing, guys. Dasha put her position in break even. Makes sense because it's low down. Yeah. So no bearish. I think we can have a agreement that we're gonna close the crude oil. I don't really wanna see crude oil anymore today because it didn't happen what I was waiting for during 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So I'm not really looking for anymore on It's funny to see exactly the same level we had a C2. We only tend to be bullish again if the price closing above that down close candles. YM. Oh, let me, yeah. Okay, YM looks like has a swing formation inside the POI and the M5 fair value gap. Similar on Nasdaq. But I don't really like this black down close candles to sweep. Yeah. But don't forget, ideally we wanna see the price coming back this range, lows, and then going lower. This March 24 low should be a really important low, right? So I think, you know, guys, this is like a really low probability environment, right? We have a 9 seconds. You see this looks like a bearish swing formation. I'll just switch on the light so I can see. Okay. I'm not sure. Ideally I don't like to see this one as a OB, guys, okay? Okay, YM started to going lower. That's nice. Beautiful. Now I want to see a closure on YM 550-ish. And I'm not sure who's gonna short from this level. Target this low. I would wait for this low. That's not ideal. Yeah, me too, but I don't like this this OB. I would like to see a closure below this level. But the problem is that then I'm not sure if we're gonna have a 2R, because this much low should be a strong, you know, liquidity level, but I'm not sure how deep the price is gonna go. You see, not even like, probably if I get in at that level, I'm gonna put somewhere my stop loss here, because if the price comes to this level, like if the price comes to this level here, let me show you, this level is gonna take this one as well, so it doesn't make any sense to, you know, I can save like 2 points. Yeah, that's a weak OB, because we don't have I'm looking for YM as well at the same time, and no confirmation on any. You see, we need a closure before we, and no closure yet. Actually, that's a gap candle. This black candle on YM, that happened 11 o'clock. That's like a gap candle. You enter somewhere here, you put your stop loss around here, you go for 2R, which is somewhere, yeah, here. Let me annotate, this is a 1.5, a bit lower. And the 2R is the final TP somewhere here. I'm not in the trade, guys, because I don't like this this OB. This is a 2R. Probably if I would be in the trade, I would let to ride a bit lower. No, it's a B setup. But at least if it's gonna make something like this, there's another OB. YM Nasdaq is in. So Nasdaq would be something like this, but no 2R. Yeah, that's 36 points. Trump is still talking. Tanya, she's still in the trade. Yeah. Whoa, she almost got her stop loss was almost hit. Wow. Yeah, that would be the entry on. Who took this shot, guys? Bum 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 bum. Alright, Nicole, fingers crosses. I'm checking the shit coins on my phone. There is an application, it's called FOMO. You know the name, right? FOMO. Crazy. The moment I'm gonna sneeze. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, and then you can have this like like classic I'm gonna leave it here on the right side so I can see. This is like really like FOMO, like FOMO, guys. It's like really low, lol. Okay, let's go SP500, go lower, please. It's time to go lower. Is Trump still talking? Of course. Supreme Court, of course. Tariff again? What's gonna be the topic now? To Jerome to okay, power. He's talking about power now. Nah, he's talking about now. Okay. Let me see. Tanya. Oh, Tanya closed the position. Let me see. Yeah. Dude, she got like $1,000, almost $1,000 loss on Nasdaq. Wow. And then $1,400 with 5 accounts. I don't know what was her. That's a lot of money. Woo. Okay, it's so if the price wants to go lower, the time should be now. Otherwise, market is a scam. I don't like this was stacked. This should be, yeah. I don't know, guys. Yeah, it should be like this. To be, yeah, stacked. Yeah, this market is really difficult to trade, so I'm not really like telling that because of her, you know. And I don't know why people is talking about, yeah, clean setup here, I don't know, dude. You should be delusional if you say something like that. That was a clean setup. Okay, Ash Trade. He's talking again clever things. Too much winning. Trump's meme everywhere. Let's go. Give us a clean closure below 586. I'm not in the trade. Let me put here because people's gonna copy trade me and then they're gonna blame not in the trade. I wanna see a closure below this level to open a short. This was the last up move, and everything that happens inside this up move can be retraced to reverse from this order block. So that's why I want to see closure below this order block. I will need another confirmation. Come on, SP500, die. If you go, the new 5 minutes candle just opened, but be careful, has no wick to the upside, so it can be an open low high close candle. I don't like that it didn't open like open high low close, it opened low, so it went open high low close, and I want to see open low, so this is not good. I want to see a wick, open a wick going low and close. The open high low close what I want to see, not open low high close, because that should be a that can be a sweep. Okay, I need a closure of this, so then I can start to work on my position. That case, yeah, something like this. Yeah, because that was the last up close candle here, the price should respect this, maybe something like this. Come on, 3 more minutes and has no upper wick, guys. I don't like. Let me see the FOMO. Here we go. Here we go. Is YM? Here we go. YM as well. I need a closure. Two more minutes. Yeah, well, I want to see another FOMO app. I'm watching the FOMO app on the right. I want to see a closure. Let's go, Techno. YM looks nice. I want to see closure and short. I'll stop there, something like this, and target these lows. So that will be a $50 with 1 micro YM. I don't really, YM has no upper wick as well. Did this 5-minute candle. He bought it, dump it. Who bought it? Was it Tanya? Did she buy? You must be kidding. No, I think she stopped the stream. I don't know. So yeah, 40 something seconds. I want to see a closure. Yeah, something like this. And I want to go to see the price going to take this low resistance liquidity on YM. There is a mess. Okay, 20 more seconds. 86. Okay, YM should die now. Okay, so this one has a proper closure, and this one has a proper closure as well now. So we want to see around this area to be hold. So the highest that we want to see is 594-ish. 594-ish. And we want to see the level of 74 to be taken now. Okay, YM. We want to see that swing formation hold. Let's go, YM. Let's go. This FOMO application is a garbage, bro. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I just got in right now on YM with 1 micro. Yeah, and I'm targeting this low. This low. I don't want to see the price coming back to this what is this fair value gap, right? Right, come on SP 500. Now you have to tank. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 failure swings to the downside. Here. One. Let me put the yellow. No, red looks better. Woo! Bang! Go lower. Die, 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 die. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I think it's better. I have like wait, I'm gonna check. Yeah, so 1 micro and 100 point should be $50, so that's $100 risk. With 2 micros, that's $200 risk. No, 4 micros is $200 risk, 100 points. So it's much better. Yeah, no, I don't want to see. I want to see lower price now. I want to see something like this. With YM as well. From this fair value gap. And let me see Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq I want to see lower prices as well, but on the 5 minutes time frame that doesn't support the idea. I want to see a lower. This is the, I think this is the final TP. That's what actually Alan wants to see as well. Okay, now die, Nasdaq, die. How many of you watching the stream right now, guys? Like, not just started the stream, but you're still here. So I know I'm not talking with myself in overall. Yeah, I know, Nico, you are here. Nice. Now I want to see this area to hold on SP 500 as well. Here we go. Die, SP 500, die. I'm still talking? Really?
That's why
I want to see a subtitle here. Okay, so I don't have to listen to. Okay, he's talking about it's not our war. Oh, come on, market. Go lower now. Ideally, YM can go higher to 562 before it goes lower. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, this AI, oh wow, finally YM is tanking, guys. So I don't know, this Twitter is crazy, guys. This AI video was like, nah. Okay, now it's time to die, yeah? SP 500, go lower, please, and thank you. Beautiful, YM die. YM should be protected now, right? Okay, YM should tank now. But only problem with YM right now, it's gonna reach this level. And if it's gonna be like a market maker sell model, has to come back to this fair value gap and going lower. So the problem with this position I get in that I didn't count the price can. So let me see, where is a 1.5? So that's a 1.5, okay? And this is my 2R. Put this on break even. And it's already almost 12 o'clock. That's my 2R. So ideally we wanna see before break even, hopefully that's gonna happen. Something like this, right? So if the price gonna reach my break-even level earlier, then it's gonna consolidate here. Then I cooked. It's gonna take out my break-even position, because when it's gonna have a consolidation and leave a fair value gap here, it's gonna come back to the fair value gap and then going lower, and I'm gonna take out my position. So ideally I want to see the price to slow down here, to make like a 4 candles, tap into maybe this OB, and then a harsh move. I'm going to put in break even, come back to retest this consolidation low and going lower. You got it, guys? Or the price just wants to go and take these levels. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only count 6, bro. Oh no, bro, sorry, Nico. Yeah. So I want to see a consolidation here, which is nice actually, because if you see, this is the consolidation area from this high to this low. There's a time distort. Why is it not? Okay. What is it? You see, I can see my time distortion, not any of the time frame. That's lame. Right, try again. Dude, that's crazy. Let me put the retracement zone. Wow. Wow, you see? Okay, thank you Trading Youth for nothing. I'm gonna make my time distortion things again. So this is a time distortion. Perfect. I want to see bigger. I want to see darker. I want to see on the left side, because on the right visibility, I want to see a days and the weeks, and here, and then here I don't want to see, and I want to save this one as save drawing templates, and I go to the time distortion. Boom. So finally I have yes. So I want to see a time distortion here. What did Trump say something? Oh, he's talking about Ukrainian war again. Bobby, did it take you out? Dude, what was this move? Let me see. Look at this. Oh shit, now this. That's like so crazy. That's why I'm talking about this price action is so bad. You entered originally here. And where did you enter? You entered here. And it took out. Okay, Nicholas, so look at me. Because of this market, it's so fucked. Sorry for the language. I would recommend you to close half of your position. Because that, make a math. Wait, I'm gonna make the math. Just give me a second. Okay, Nicole, so are you here? Okay, so let's say this is your trade. You go for 2R. This is your minus 1R. And this is your plus 2R. So if the price reaches the plus 1.5R, the only problem, if you close half of your position, let me make the math just a moment. Because if you okay, yeah, so if you close half of your position here, that means you have to leave the price to going plus 2.5R to have a 2-hour profit. Okay, and then sorry, I changed my language. So I'm trying to understand. At the same time, let me check YM. Yeah, YM is going back to my. Yeah, I want to see lower YM. So if you have a 1-hour risk and you close half of your position, right? That means you're gonna have. Let me switch off this one. You're gonna have this. Let me make the math. So you have 1 hour here and you close half of your position at 1.5 hour. You close 0.75 hour, right? So this case you're gonna close 0.75 hour, right? Here. And then you're gonna have maximum loss is 0.25 hour. You got it? So this is your original position. Here you close 50% of your position. Okay, that's your original Marshall and original TP. So that means this move is 1.5 hour. To make the math right now, if you risk 1 hour from this level, how much you're gonna lose in total if the price is gonna hit your original SL? Let me make the math right now and you're gonna understand properly. You can say you risk $100. You risk $100. At 1.5 you're gonna have $150. You close the 30% of this, so you close $75, right? So you already have 75 profit. If the price gonna go and take you out, here you're gonna have what? You're gonna have $75 risk, right? Because you close half of the position, but not $75 because this is just 1 hour. So 1.5 hour you divide it, so you're gonna risk 70. So you have 1.5 hour here and you have $100 profit. You close $75. So this 1.5 hour gonna turn to be a floating $75 profit, right? That means if you divide the 75 with 1.5, what's gonna be your max risk? You're gonna risk what? $50 here, right? I just feel like I'm talking to the screen. So you risk $50. and the $50 reaches a 1.5, it's gonna be 75, right? Because you close a half position. So this is a $50, and then you're gonna have $25 profit. You see? But at the same time, this is the original TP, which is a 2R, right? Let's say you closed. So, okay, you understand now the loss, okay? You have a $50 here. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this and this. So you saved $75 already. Then the price moving up and down, so you don't put in break even, okay? So price reached the 2R. That means you're gonna have $100 here. So originally you wanted to risk $100 here, right? That means you would have here $200 if you physically move your stop loss. But you only need $100. So, but you already saved $75, right? And you right now here have reached $100. So you have $175 instead of a $200. So you're only losing $25, which is a quarter of your original risk. Okay? So that means if you wanna have a $200, what's your final TP here? You already saved 75, right? So if the price reaches a 2.5 R, that means you have 150 here, right? Wait. So you're risking $50, but you already saved $75 minus commission, okay? Then the price reached the 2R, you're gonna have $100, so you have $175 when you reach the 2R. If the price reaches the 2.5, that means $50 multiplied 2.5 is gonna be what? $125. $125 and $75 is gonna be $200. And the difference is always based how much your stop loss. So you can lose a quarter of your profit each trade, but at least you're gonna stay in the trade. Let me see, would you stay in the trade? But ideally the problem with this attitude is that we don't wanna see the price to going back that much. Because let's say you entered, let's say here, right? And the price reached your 1.5. and you wanna be out in 2R. Okay, so from this level 81 to 78, it's like 3 points. You don't wanna see the price going back from the 81 to a lot. 81 to back, this level is 93. So you don't want to see the price going back 12 points instead of going to 3 points. You got my point? So maybe the price gonna change its direction. That's why the whole idea is to break even. Exactly. So that's why it's good to save some, you know, it's doing its time distortion. So ideally I want to see, oh wait, I want to see this. Okay guys, exactly. So it's, I think you have to go and backtest and see, you know, what the market gives you when you do this. probably the price gonna hit this level. It's just a time distortion here before to take out the March low. And now it's a, I mean, like, that's why I think it's not ideal to, I mean, like, probably we have to wait until this iron situation is consolidating a bit, because this is like you see the price couldn't close like in the last 3 hours below this level. So yeah guys, so that was the stream. I mean, yeah, because the time it's already over 12, so I would just close the stream as well, guys. Let me know if you have any question. Please like and subscribe to the channel and like the video. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my YM. If it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit. It's not, it's not a big deal. It's just it's a small risk, you know. I risk appropriately, so I'm fine with that. And yeah, I'm just gonna close my chart as well here. If you have any question, guys, please leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't seen my video, please watch the latest video. It's about how you can get out of this gambling mindset and be a professional trader. And if you like the video, please share with other people. It can help many people. And have an amazing rest of your day, guys. I'm gonna leave the chat a bit so you can say goodbye to each other, and see you tomorrow. That's Friday. So if you have any question, leave in the comment section. Ciao guys.